Hello everyone, it is Miss Cheryl at Sacred Heart Montessori, and we are ready to do some addition practice together with our golden bead cards. So what you'll need is your box that has your alphabet, and what we'll need today is our golden bead cards and the place value cards. So you can get your place value cards set up. Remember all the ones from 1 to 9, the tens, the hundreds, and then the thousands. And then you can just have a stack of each of the golden bead cards, the units, the 10 bars, the 100 squares, and the 1,000 cubes. All right, so if you need to, you can pause the video and get everything set up so you're ready. Are you ready to get started? All right, so what we're gonna do is we need to get our two quantities. So let's start by reading our first addend. Remember, the addends are the numbers that we add to get our new quantity. It's a little bit blurry, but hopefully you can see it okay. So we have, there we go, 3,400, 510, 6, or 6 ones. Okay, so if you want, you can pause the video while you get that out of your place value cards. Okay, so you have 3,400, 510, 6. All right, that's our quantity. And now you can make that quantity with your golden bead cards. You can start with the ones, so 6 ones, and remember we want to group them in 5. So 6s, 5, and 1. All right, and now we're ready to make this quantity with the golden bead cards. So we'll start with the 6 ones. Make a 5 pyramid. 6 is 5 and 1, and you're doing this with yours. So you have 6 units. You can label it. Then we need to do 5 tens. So we'll get 5 10 bars. That's easy, we just make a 5 pyramid. Okay, and I can pause the video if you need more time for yours. And our 100 squares, we need 400 squares. So we'll make a 4 square with our 100 squares. And then we have our 1,000 cubes. So we need 3,000 cubes. 2, and 1 more. All right. So now we have our first quantity all ready, and we can make the second quantity. So our second addend is 4, so start with the thousands place down here, 4,000, 300, 210, 1. Pause the video if you want to see it while you get your place value cards. 4,000, 300, 210, 1. Now, this time I want you to see if you can make it with the golden bead cards all on your own. Give it a try. So pause the video, let's see if you can make 4,300, 210, 1 all by yourself. And then restart the video. All right, did you make your second quantity? Did you make 4,300, 210, 1? If you need to fix anything, you can pause the video and make sure yours You have all your quantities correct. And if you're ready, we can superimpose. That means we stack up our number cards. 3,000, 400, 5, 10, 6 was our first quantity. And our second quantity was 4,300, 210, 1. And we are going to add, we're going to join these quantities together to see what our new bigger quantity is. And we call that our sum. So, do you remember where we start when we're joining our quantities together? Do we start with the big ones or with the smallest? Always with the smallest categories. So, I'm going to do the units with you and then let you try and do the rest on your own. So we had 6 units right here, 5 and 1, and we're going to add 1 more. Now how many do we have? I see 5 and 2, and I know that 5 and 2 is 7. We have 7 units. So you can find the label for 7 units and label it. All right, so now you can try to join your tens together and see how many tens you have, your hundreds together, see how many hundreds you have and label it with a 100 card, and then join your thousands. Okay, so since we did the units, then we'll come and do tens, then hundreds, then thousands. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and see if you can do the rest of this addition on your own. All right, did you join all your quantities together? Did you notice anything kind of funny about this one? Let's see if you got the same thing I did. Let me show you what I found when I finished the addition. Can you see mine? So we joined our units and we had 7. When we joined our tens together, did we have 7 tens? Is that what you found? And then our hundreds, we ended up with 7 hundreds. And how many thousand cubes did you end up with? 5 and 2. 7,000. Is that so funny? We ended up with 7,700, 710, 7. Now, do you remember what we call it? What's the special word when we join quantities together? Addition. And we can even show our addition equation. Remember what the symbols are we can use? So we started with 3,400, 5, 10, 6. And we added, here's the plus sign for addition. We added 4,300, 210, 1. And that gave us the sum, which you can't quite see yet. There we go, of 7,700, 710, 7. And we can also, often we'll use a line when we are writing the addition equations. That tells us that what's underneath this thick line is the sum, what these equal. But what we can use with your alphabet set is you can find one of your equal signs and say, taking this add-in and adding this add-in equals the sum. All right, you did it. So, I think that we are going to be ready for trying a new kind of addition that has some surprises in it. So we'll do that next time. Thanks for doing this addition with me.